What if everything we've been told about purpose is wrong? What if purpose isn't something hidden waiting for you to discover? What if it's not your dream job, your passion, or becoming famous online? Because according to Tom Rath in What's the Point, purpose is much simpler. And honestly, much more powerful. The happiest people aren't obsessed with themselves. They're obsessed with contribution, helping, building, teaching, serving, creating value. And in a world drowning in distractions, comparison, and burnout, this idea might completely change your life. So in this video, we'll break down the most powerful lessons from What's the Point and how you can turn purpose into your daily superpower. Most people spend years asking, what's my passion? What should I do with my life? What's my purpose? But the more they search, the more confused they become. Why? Because they're looking for one magical answer, one perfect career, one perfect mission, one perfect life path. But Tom Rath says purpose doesn't work like that. Purpose isn't found. It's built. Daily, and once you understand that, everything changes. The big lie about purpose? Modern culture sells us a dangerous idea: follow your passion. Sounds inspiring, right? But here's the problem. Passion changes. What excites you today might bore you tomorrow. And when your entire life depends on feeling passionate all the time, you become frustrated fast. That's why so many people feel lost. They keep searching for a perfect feeling instead of building meaningful action. Tom Rath flips the question completely. Instead of asking, what do I want from life? Ask, who benefits from what I do? That one question changes everything. Because purpose grows when your actions improve someone else's life. A teacher helping students. A parent supporting family, a designer creating useful products, a business owner solving problems. Purpose isn't always glamorous. Sometimes it looks ordinary. But ordinary contribution creates extraordinary meaning. And this is where most people get stuck. They think purpose has to be huge. But purpose can begin with helping one person today. The happiness trap. Here's another powerful idea from the book. If you chase happiness directly, you often become less happy. Why? Because happiness is temporary. A new phone feels exciting for a week. More followers feel exciting for a moment. More money feels exciting until you adapt. Then your brain wants more. And more. And more. That cycle never ends. Tom Rath argues that meaning matters more than pleasure. People who contribute to others often experience deeper fulfillment than people focused only on personal success. And science supports this idea. Studies repeatedly show that helping others improves mental health, motivation, resilience, long-term life satisfaction. That's why some of the most fulfilled people aren't celebrities. They're teachers, builders, mentors, parents, creators, people whose lives matter to other people. Stop living on default. One of the most important ideas in this book is this: most people live on default. Wake up, scroll phone, rush through the day, consume content, compare themselves online, repeat. Days become weeks, weeks become years, and eventually people realize they've been busy, but not meaningful. Tom Rath warns that modern distractions are stealing our attention. And attention is life. Whatever controls your attention controls your future. Think about it. How many hours disappear into endless scrolling, notifications, useless arguments, mindless entertainment? The scary part? You can lose years without noticing. That's why purposeful people protect their focus. They decide intentionally what deserves energy, who deserves time, what truly matters, because purpose requires attention. You cannot build a meaningful life while constantly distracted. Purpose is small daily actions. This might be the most encouraging lesson in the book. Purpose doesn't require changing your entire life overnight. It's built through tiny, consistent actions. Daily actions, simple actions. Examples: encouraging someone, improving your craft, helping a customer, studying with discipline, teaching useful ideas, spending real time with family, solving problems honestly. These small moments seem insignificant, but over years they shape your identity. Most people wait for a huge breakthrough. But meaningful lives are usually built quietly, brick by brick, day by day. And here's the beautiful part. You don't need to be perfect to live purposefully. You just need to contribute consistently. The danger of status games. The book also attacks something destroying millions of people today: comparison. Social media makes it worse. Now everyone compares money, lifestyle, followers, appearance, success, but there's a problem with status games. They never end. No matter how successful you become, someone always has more. More fame, more money, more attention. And if your happiness depends on beating others, you'll never feel enough. Tom Rath says real fulfillment comes from impact, not image. Not how important do I look, but how useful am I becoming? That's a completely different mindset. One creates anxiety, the other creates meaning, because contribution builds self-respect. Comparison destroys it. Purpose in the AI era. One reason this book feels so important today is because the world is changing fast. AI is automating repetitive tasks. Technology is replacing routine work. So what becomes valuable? Human qualities, empathy, creativity, leadership, communication, teaching, storytelling, emotional intelligence. The future belongs to people who can genuinely help other humans. That's why purpose matters more than ever. The more useful you become to others, the more valuable you become in life, not just financially, but emotionally, mentally, spiritually. Purpose gives direction in a distracted world. So, what's the point? According to Tom Rath, the point isn't chasing endless pleasure. It isn't impressing strangers online. It isn't becoming perfect. The point is contribution. Using your strengths to improve life for someone else. And maybe purpose isn't one giant life-changing moment. Maybe it's this: doing meaningful things for meaningful people every single day. That's how ordinary lives become extraordinary, not through fame, but through impact. So after watching this video, ask yourself one question: who benefits from the way I spend my life? Because your answer to that question might define your future. If you enjoyed this summary, subscribe for more videos on psychology, self-improvement, business books, productivity, purpose, and success. And comment below, what gives your life meaning right now? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.